Mike Montgomery signs a minor league deal with a spring training invitation with the New York Mets here, so we'll see if Montgomery could crack the rotation as a fifth starter or be a bullpen arm. And Montgomery, he had a couple good seasons throughout his career, but the last 2 or 3 seasons haven't been great. But it's a good move for the Mets. Low risk, high reward. If he don't make the team, he obviously sticks in the minors, or they get rid of him. But I could have a feeling that he does make the bullpen as a lefty, or he becomes the fifth starter here and beats out Lucchesi or Yamato here in that starting rotation if the Mets don't add anyone else. Mike Montgomery, 2019, between Kansas City and the Chicago Cubs, he was 3-9 with a 4.95 ERA, 91 innings, 69 strikeouts, and a 1.615 whip. 2018, I'll say what he did too. 5 wins, 6 losses, a 3.99 ERA, not that bad. 124 innings, 86 strikeouts, and a 1.371 whip. And then 2020 last year, he only appeared in 3 games and started 1. 5.06 ERA, 5 1/3, and a 1.313 whip. So Montgomery has been struggling the last couple seasons. Like I mentioned, his last decent season was 2018. And this Met team, they're going to be a pretty good ball club. They'll win 85, 90 games most likely. So if somehow he cracks the rotation and wins a spot here in spring training, it will be good for Montgomery. But I don't know if he will, but it's something to talk about. Because Montgomery, last season and the year before, they used him as a streamer starter in fantasy leagues. And he's had a couple decent games along the way. But in my opinion, I don't think he makes this Met team as the fifth starter. They got other options. I could see them making a trade for someone or signing a Tajon Walker or Jake Odorizzi. But I think Montgomery, he'll land somewhere if it's either with the Mets in the bullpen or another team when the season starts, and his 2021 projections are 3-4 with a 4.66 ERA. They're giving him a save, 56 innings. They got him 48 strikeouts and a 1.429 whip. So they're projecting Montgomery as maybe a spot starter, but definitely a guy who's going to be in the bullpen for someone this season, the 31-year-old. So as far as fantasy baseball goes, I don't see Montgomery having value unless, he cracks the Mets rotation or somewhere else this season and he gets off to a great start. But as far as going into your fantasy drafts, within the next month, he's not going to have value. He's a guy, obviously, you're not thinking about and you don't draft. So Mike Montgomery signs a minor league deal with the New York Mets with a spring training invitation. And we'll see if he could crack the roster here in the upcoming season.